It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, the bulls are coming home. Bitcoin's a dead cert. 100k still screaming. 1 whole month of hurt. Never stop me dreaming. That was 3 Lions. This is the Suppoman Show, the only cryptocurrency church on the whole of YouTube, and I am the superhero of cryptocurrency, here to find you the 100 X's in altcoins. In today's video, should you be getting back into altcoins? Essentially, Bitcoin and Ethereum are surging right now. Is this the opportune time? Altcoins in the micro cap and low cap regions are still on the ropes. Should you be getting in? And what should you be getting into? More to come in this episode. So, if you are excited about what you are going to learn, then make sure you smash up the likes with passion and vigor. Also, make sure that you join the Church of Suppotology, the only cryptocurrency church where you will get the best of positive cryptocurrency sermons. Or should I say realistic? I'm not a hopium guy. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I am a realistic guy. Make sure you hit the bell notification as well so that you get informed of when I go live. So, we have got so much to talk about in today's episode. So let's see who we have got in the house. And let me just in the meantime, good to see you guys. Noreen, Mivek, Chris, Digital Sakura. Let me just tweet this out. I'm very, very certain that you know, this is why I'm not doing many videos lately, is simply because there's just no point. There's hardly anybody watching at the moment. Anyway, so, God, we've got so much to talk about, people. So let me just say hello to you guys. Tanya's in the house. Red for Danger. Conrad, USA Local SEO. Jason Owen. Lindsay Gardner. T. Tory. Cryptonimus. Karan. Good to see you. Beauty and Health. Scratch TV. Glenbert. Sporting Future. The British will get my opening song. I love the intro song. Glad to hear it. Missed you. I missed being here. In a way, I did miss being here. Believe me, I did miss it. Lisa Marie's in the house. Altcoin Fact is in the house. Patrick Stock, right, okay. Okay, yeah. So, people, so. Where are we at the moment? So, Bitcoin is ever so coolly going up the ladder in terms of value. Okay, so in terms of being able to start a route to recovery or the route down to even more misery and bearishness, Bitcoin has to travel up various stairs or down stairs. And these support resistance lines are the stairs, essentially. There's one here that's not quite... When I say stairs, I mean like a staircase, not like stairs as in I'm staring at you right now. Stairs, you know, the staircase up. Now, there are 2 big levels. Okay, there are 2 big levels. There's this one, which is basically 41. And then there's this one, which is essentially the bottom, which is 28. Although I would say that the more stable bottom is 30k. But we have hit as low as 28. This, if it's breached, could be really bad, and there's no chance of a breach of that level at this moment, because we would have to be touching it essentially quite a few times to risk going down further. Okay, so at the moment that is a long way off. So what we are doing right now is we are making a gradual move up the stairs. Some days we are speeding up the stairs, some days we're running out of breath and it's a little bit slower, but today it's a bit faster. 36,314. Remember, people, smash up the likes. Every like smashed equals price of Bitcoin going up. Therefore, meaning the health goes back into cryptocurrency. Therefore, altcoins go up. So keep the likes coming. It's very, very important, even if you're watching this after. So, yeah, so we are having one of those days. So we just need the momentum to keep going. But can we keep going? Will we keep going? Well, at the moment, looking at the... Oh, it's just gone. Looking at the MACDs, it's gone up here. Looking at the MACDs, let me just get this out of the way. We are... Well, there's a nice big chasm between the bears and the bulls. The bulls are shooting up. They're shooting up at the moment. Essentially an inverse of this death cross. They are shooting above. So there's some strong bullish action at the moment. The bulls are in control of the price. The bulls are taking the price up. And essentially what's needed is for that to just keep on going. And it can keep on going. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you know, this is just kind of details. You know, this is just day-to-day stuff. Like in a month's time... In a month to maybe a little bit longer, a month and a half, this will not matter. Like talking on a particular day about what Bitcoin is doing is not going to matter. It's going to be completely unmemorable. So I want to give as little kind of talk to it as possible. Long term and even mid term, I'm very bullish. Like this price action, the bounce off of 28 is exactly what I hate to use those words, but it is exactly as I predicted. This is where I predicted the bottom would be. And this is what I think the bottom is. If we look at the old wick off, if we look at the wick off, then the bottom was going to be very, very close to the 30k. And this is where I saw it going to. And based on the stock to flow model, and based on how big a variance there has been between the this current price of Bitcoin and the trend line, you know, the mean line, based on that variance and how far below we have been from that trend line, we are literally at maximum. We are virtually at maximum hitting 28. So as far as I'm concerned, it should not go below 28 anyway, right? So I remain bullish. However, I don't necessarily think that we are at the end. Okay, so if we have a look at this particular, because there are a few accumulation schematics. Okay, this is just one of them. So if this is the one that we have been following, which is that we kind of hit a bottom and then there was a lower low, then there would be increases and decreases, increases and decreases. Now, something that we are very, very lucky to have in this day and age is Bitcoin on-chain analytics, where we can essentially see various things. We can see the hash rate. We can see active addresses, if that's increasing or decreasing. And something that I think is important to acknowledge is that addresses are increasing. Okay, look, addresses with 10k or more Bitcoins is on the increase, it's on the up, and it's maintaining being on the up. Now, if we have a look here, this is the tire kicker area. Kind of these areas here are the tire kicker area. The tire kickers is what I mean, is that people come into cryptocurrency because they've just heard about it. They've heard about Dogecoin, they've heard about SafeMoon, they've heard about Shiba Inu, they've heard about it's fun. You know, they want to have a little bit of exposure to it. They're the tire kickers. They're not the long-termers. They're not people that have been around a while. They're the people that come in, they get tested, they come and see what it's all about, essentially. And that is what has had a massive decrease all the way through May. But it's now on the increase, okay? So we've got an increase of people coming back, okay? People with very, very little balances are actually slowly coming back. And the people that we do want... The people who really want to accumulate a lot of Bitcoin, and the people who we would, you know, kind of define as whales in this area, maybe not this one. They can't all maybe go up, but certainly we are seeing some rises. All right, so we have got on-chain analytics. This allows us to have a gander, essentially, at various metrics that can affect the Bitcoin price. Now, something which I am slightly concerned with is this fall in hash rate. Now, there is obviously a fall because of Chinese clamping down on Bitcoin miners and shutting off operations. And these operations, from my understanding, were energy inefficient practices. You know, like coal, for instance, coal powered. Right, so yeah, a closure of those is not that bad. It's like good for the earth anyway. But typically, like with this drop in hash rate, this is what recently led to the price. Well, not what recently led to it, but you could make there's a correspondence between the price going down literally about a week ago, price going down with the hash rate. There's typically around about a week's lag. Okay, now the hash rate yesterday shot down. There's a potential for another fall in coming days. But, so, in short, we're not out of this yet, and I don't think we're going to be out of this probably for another couple of weeks. But the signifier of whether we come out of it or not will be Bitcoin exceeding 41, then 43, and essentially reversing this death cross back into a golden cross, which, in my personal opinion, is not much of a muchness anyway. I don't see this death cross as a, kind of March 2018 death cross. I don't see it with that kind of danger and damage on the market long term. But all I can say is that there is potential this is going to go down based on various metrics. And, there's all kinds of things happening trying to push the price down. This hasn't even worked. So in the UK, there is actually issues with, or a closure, should I say, of people actually being able to cash out into their banks via Binance. Okay, so this you would ordinarily think, because there was an FCA approach to Binance last week, or earlier this week, which was putting the frighteners on the retail investors anyway. Okay, because Binance is the retail investors' like golden boy for exchanges. So, so this is relatively bad news. But even with this happening, like it's not affected the price. It's not affecting the price. It's very, very strong. So, yes. So I think overall that it's a Bitcoin month. Bitcoin needs to make the moves. Bitcoin needs to continue to whittle down this altcoin season. So it takes it down more into a Bitcoin season. Essentially have a mini run, recover to about 50k, and then we are going to see alts having the second season. Now, something that's important to recognize and something that's important to even acknowledge is that when it comes to the bull market, okay, when it comes to, the kind of equivalent of 2017's 2018, let me just go to the week to kind of exacerbate this a bit. If we go back to 2017, 2018, as you can see, like the market was relatively flat. Like if you look at it in relative terms, the market was relatively flat for 80% of the bull market, right? It's only in the last 20% that 80% of the money comes in and 80% of the activity happens. All right, so where we are at the moment, yes, we have our kind of equivalent peaks like we had in 2017, where we had new all-time highs of Bitcoin. Yes, we are going to have new all-time highs of Bitcoin. So this is very similar to the 64k top that we had local top that we had recently. But the market remained relatively flat. Like the market, if we have a look going back to when the bull market started last summer, then it has been relatively flat, save for what this would be the equivalent of what has happened lately. Okay, this would be the 64k equivalent. So as far as I'm concerned, the last 20% is the most important bit. The last 20% will be Bitcoin going up and then the altcoins going up. And that is what I think we are gearing for when it comes to achieving this kind of 86,000 as an average, okay? Because I think we're going to spike over anything from 120 to 150, quite possibly 200k value Bitcoin is what we could go up towards. But Bitcoin is going to be the first to make the move. Incrementally, alts are going to go up, but it's in the last 20% that is the violent spike. So the earlier you get into that, the better. And at the moment, a lot of the altcoins are in absolutely tip-top shape to have that taken advantage of. So let's just have a look and see what's going up, what's going down at the moment. So internet computer is something I'm really bullish on. Elrond's gone up. VeChain has gone up. These are two anyway. Internet computer and VeChain, two strong kind of blue chips I'm looking at. Well, sorry. Two blue chips that I have got in a watch list. I'm invested in VeChain and have a slight exposure to internet computer, but I'm waiting for another drop to take a bigger position. So don't think that's really fallen a great deal. So yeah, so we are having some really good pumps in the large cap area because Bitcoin going up signals strength in the large caps if we look at how money flow works. Now let's have a look and see how the... should we look at this one? No, that's not the one I want to look at. Let's have a look at the... Future top 50 100s? Yes, look at that. Look at that. Look at Saito. Saito has had a 40% increase today. Now, I believe this is to do with Elrond partnership. So Elrond is an ecosystem. So Elrond is a lot like, Solana, etc. Right? So Elrond has partnered up with Saito to power web games and apps. What? I mean, that is insane. Now, this gives you an indication of what I mean by a coin has to be fundamentally strong and have good marketing. Okay, now this is a mixture of both. All right, so what we are seeing here right now is a mixture of both. It's not a silent bit of news, it's a big bit of news. They have piggybacked off Elrond's ability to market, which is a fantastic strategy. And they are fundamentally strong because the likes of Elrond, which is a top 100 cryptocurrency, is partnering up with a very low value cryptocurrency like Saito because it is fundamentally strong, as I have said. And I do personally believe this is going to be a very promising coin. And I think this is a signal of strength for that. They have been relatively quiet, but that doesn't matter, right? Because what you will find with microcaps is they can't shout as loud as the large caps because the large caps have attention. They've got natural attention. Large caps have liquidity. They've got massive communities, and any announcements that come out get shared everywhere because they've got large communities. And also every YouTuber talks about the large coins. They don't talk about the small coins. So so it's very, very difficult for these guys to stand out. But the most important thing, and this is where I'm coming from when you are investing in microcaps, that you have got to have an educated investment in them. Okay, you have to mitigate risk at every possible opportunity. So you've got to look at the value proposition. What are they looking to do? And is it unique? And is it a pain that needs to be solved? In which case Saito is exactly that. And they are unique in the respect that they have incredible storage power. You have to have a great team. You've got to have VCs, and Saito has all of this, right? So all it really needs is the marketing to keep it going up. But with a low cap coin, they are more silent than large caps, which means that over time they build value, over time they get partnerships, over time they have product launches or product improvements, and that incrementally brings that cryptocurrency up the rankings until they are talked about consistently and they become a Matic or a Poly or a Solana. I mean, I have seen a lot of negativity when it comes to microcaps about people saying that, retail investors aren't going to care about them and that the money isn't going to flow to them. I had the same exact feeling when I was the only one promoting Polygon or Matic, right? So back in the days, early days of Matic, I was one of a couple of people that even spoke about this coin. And you can look, right? This line here signifies 1.6 cents, okay? So for nearly a year and a half, so May 2019 all the way through to December 2020, a year and a half, it was on or about 1 cent. Okay, 1 cent. Now you can look at the price now, and you can look at the all-time high, which has been about $2.30, and you can say, oh, it was inevitable. No, it wasn't, because back at the time, even back in, because and when I added this on the God tier coins list was on January the 3rd, when it was still 2 cents. And I did my God tier coins video on January the 3rd, when this was still 2 cents. Right, I was still one of very few people talking about it, and now everybody's talking about it. All right, and that is the beauty and the unpredictableness of getting into a micro-cap cryptocurrency, is that you just do not know how and when the value is going to eventually find it. All right, so in all this time, Matic has been building network effect, and then only in the kind of the mini bull run that we had February, March, did Matic finally realize its value after so long of building this network effect. And that is exactly what is happening with these smaller caps like Convergence, for instance. Okay, so it's probably on an average of about 5 cents. It's had its peaks at about 20 cents, but on an average of 5 cents, and gone as low as 2.5 cents, which it is virtually at right now. But it is going to probably maintain a line until the value finds it, okay? And until then, they are building fundamental value, and it's just going to be a case of you just got to stick with it. Polygon was 1,000x hold for me. I only ever needed to invest in Polygon in my entire cryptocurrency career. I only ever needed to invest in Polygon. Right, and that gives you an indication of how powerful I believe these micro caps are. They are at the beginning of their journey. They're incredibly low values. They are nowhere near this kind of market cap. And it is only time that will enable that to happen. But if you get into something that's fundamentally strong, time can equal value. If you get into something that's fundamentally weak, slightly untrustworthy, an inexperienced team, unfavorable market conditions, which we are not in, we are in very favourable market conditions for the next kind of 6 months forecast, then that is when the value will find these altcoins. So don't lose hope in altcoins. Like don't feel, unless you have a real fundamental shift in your opinion of that coin, they've done something untrustworthy, they have taken way too long to build any value. You don't understand what they do. You don't understand if the pain they solve is unique, and if it's an actual scalable pain. Then, if that fundamentally doesn't work out, then yes, you may want to ditch it in favor of something that is likely to deliver you value. Because now we're in a landscape of 10,700 cryptocurrencies, and my aim is to try and find the cryptocurrencies least likely to crash and die. They will have drop periods. Like, I remember getting a hell of a lot of stick for Matic when it went to 4 cents all the way up here, and people were like, oh, Matic shit. Matic shit, it's gone down to 1 cent. Suppo, you were wrong. Right? So I've undergone loads of shit in the past, and I don't care to receive it, because I have this criteria that I look for in a cryptocurrency where I personally believe that fundamentally it's going to have time equal value. And that is what happened with Matic. Like 121, I had to wait a long time for that, but it happened. All right. And similar with Solana. Right? Now, Solana was, again, I was the only one talking about this back in October. I remember, because nothing was helping the price go up, right? And I was the only one really talking about it. And again, relatively flat. Had a peak, and then it came right down to this like kind of $1 mark. And then it took forever for it to eventually get to nearly $60. And again, it looks like a foregone conclusion back here, but believe me, people were like, this Solana crap, it's never gonna... Okay, I didn't see a lot of that, but there were a lot of people saying, Solana, why did you choose that as your top altcoin between October and April? There we are, people. Suppoman isn't often wrong. So, I can be wrong, though. I don't want to set myself up for a fall, but all I'm saying is that my criteria works, and we can see that, with like Saito today. Incremental increase, incremental network effect. Build the value. You cannot expect a YouTuber that is a crypto YouTuber to start today and have 10,000 subscribers by the end of the week. And yet you could expect a Coin Bureau to get another 10,000 subscribers in a week because he's already big and people are already seeing him and therefore he grows easily. But when you are starting out, like, don't expect for something to go to, let's say a YouTuber, don't expect a YouTuber to go to 10,000 subscribers in a week unless you're Suppoman. But it can't happen in cryptocurrency. They have to build the network effect. They have to build the reputation. They have to be seen by people, seen more than they see another low cap cryptocurrency. And this is where you'll probably start to find that the shitcoins, if I go back to meme shitcoins, that the shitcoins, where are they? Moonshot coins? Is that, no, this one, meme shitcoins. Okay, I've probably picked a really bad day to pick on these guys, but, you know, during meme shitcoin season, like, there were tons of dogs, cats, bears, pigs, farm animals, you know, moons, galaxies. Every coin under the sun was like being launched in the shitcoin like realm. Okay, and now there are so many you can't remember any singular name other than Safe Moon, Safe Mars, Akita, Shiba Inu, what's the other one? Dogecoin. Like, you don't really know the others. I mean, yeah, okay, some are having like some good pumps because maybe the tire kickers are coming back a little bit. But most of these names you just have forgotten because what you need to build value is you just need the name of a name of a certain cryptocurrency to keep coming up consistently more than others. That is how they build value. Matic did start to come up a lot and then eventually the value found it. So yes, so, you know, essentially the point I'm trying to make here is, essentially being a Suppoman term, is that don't be too scared about microcaps. Yes, some will fail, but we're in a bull season. Okay, it's a bearish kind of temporarily, but we're in a bull market fundamentally. You know, Bitcoin is going to, I'm 99% sure Bitcoin is going to be over 100k in 2021. If Bitcoin is over 100k in 2021, that means that the 80% of activity has happened in that 20% period. Altcoins are going to shoot up. Altcoins are going to have way more growth than Bitcoin and large caps. Because if you think about it, you know, with some of these micro caps like labs, for instance, like it only needs another 5 million going into it to 2x. Only needs 50 million going into it to 10x. You know, it needs 500 million going into it to 100x. Whereas something that is already 500 million needs another 500 million to 2x. Okay, so there we are. You know, the violent spikes are going to have the best impact on low caps. If you can get into one that has demand attached to it, like a BSC pad kind of one, convergence kind of one, then you're going to be in a very strong position. Right, okay, I've done enough gassing. Let's take some questions from you guys. There aren't many. Oh, well, hold on. It's just loaded up with a bunch more of questions. Suppo's right on time. Thank you. Saito, it must have been the Japanese rugby player I told you that it was a sign. Japanese rugby player? Bought loads more Saito. Well, I gotta say, Saito was an incredible buy. Like, it was virtually verging on IDO price, which was 4.4 cents. Right, any questions? I'll take a few questions. Get the like, smash Team Suppo. Let's have a look. How are we doing for ye old likes? If we're under 100, I'm just going to end the stream now. Super, let's have a look. How are we doing for... No, we're not. We're at 159. Right, okay. Guys, let's see if we can get it up. Let's see if we can get up to 250. See if we can get up to 250. We got 400, nearly 400 people watching. Let us try and get the prices up. But thank you very much, Lindsay, for the reminder. Hold on. The later you arrive in a coin, the more of a sucker you are. Yes and no. Like, for instance, people may have bought, Convergence at 9 cents. And people who came in later may have got it for 2.5 cents, which was the all-time low. So in some occasions, being a little later is okay as long as you're not too late. It's too late to apologize. Like what will happen? What will happen? And this is what I want to I just want to give you guys this lesson just to make you feel really happy, right? The prices, like some of you may be chasing lower prices for altcoins, which is fine. I am, from a psychological level, you feel happy getting in really super low, like dirt low. And you're like, yes, I feel happy about this. It's literally lower than 99% of people got into it. Like if you got into Convergence very recently, you got into it cheaper than 99% of people got into it, right? So yes, you look for lows. But if you look at prices now, compared to where they will be end of the year, you'll be like, fuck. Do you remember when the price of let's say Tron Pad was 8.6 cents? You remember when the price of Convergence was 2.4 cents? Remember when the price of EOS was 27 cents? Like, people will be thinking, you know what? I may not have caught necessarily the lowest price, but Jesus, like the price it is now. I'm talking from December 2021. The price it is now. That price back then is a dream. Because everybody would have gotten in late and people would be buying at the top, when the social proof is already there. Like buying before, and particularly buying in a very, very negative sentiment, because that's where we are in at the moment. We are knee deep in, this color line is very, very appropriate, if you get what I'm saying. Like, people are buying in kind of despair, turmoil, anxiety kind of stage. But to buy in this level is brave. But Jesus, when people buy later on in euphoria or towards euphoria, like back here, that's the mistake. That's where people are going to be making less gains. So, so the earlier you can get in, like when the sentiment is like this, the better. If you're in a very strong coin, potential top 100, even better. But competition in the top 100 is just going to get much harder now. Because there's so many more cryptocurrencies. I had a chance to buy Matic at 0.004 and never pulled the trigger. Oh, Manny. There's tons of stories like that. I've got tons of stories. That is life. That is life. Pond next Polygon. I do agree with that. And hence why I kind of went into the the next top 50 to 100 coins. I do think Marlin's going to be one of them, and it's at 6 cents now. Suppo does the British granny well. Yeah, I do. Anything else? I see there's a couple of super chats. But can't find one. Oh, hold on. There's a few now. Hold on. So, Lisa Marie. We would love a price prediction from the great and magical Suppo for lithium. I couldn't give you one, in all honesty. Yeah, I couldn't give you one. I don't know what the current price is. I don't know what the market cap is. If I was able to have that information, I would be able to let you know, but I don't know, in all honesty. But what I will say is that I think that it's fundamentally very strong because it's unique. It's the only cryptocurrency that does what it does. It's the only cryptocurrency that does what it does, which is giving a price to unpriced or illiquid assets. Ones that don't necessarily have a point of reference. Like you couldn't put a value on MetaMask. You couldn't put a value on what's something else? I don't know. Okay, bad example. Okay, but you can't put a value on a lot of private companies that haven't yet IPO'd, like Coinbase before it IPO'd. Like, you can't find those prices. You can't price it. You need a valuation company to do it, and that is what Lithium is, and they are going to be providing that for Linear and Convergence. I don't even know if this is the right one. I don't think it is. No, it's not. That's not even the right one. But anyway, no, I couldn't give it. But what I will say is that it has got a unique value proposition and actually actually one with a good use case. Because I would love to have exposure to price action of something that doesn't necessarily have a price. All right, so yeah, brilliant. Ledger, let's say Ledger the company. I don't even know if they trade on the stock market, but I'd love to be able to, probably trade the volatility on them. So anyway, good question. Well, unfortunately, I can't answer. Relight my fire. Can you have a look at Relight Finance? Relight Finance. Let's have a quick gander. It's currently operating on a 3 to maybe 4 to 1 base. No, it's 3 to 1. 3 to 1 basis, roughly. 3.5 to 1 ratio. How long has this been out? Oh, a month. 34 cents. Now it's 3 cents. It's lost 10x. The volume isn't terrible. Cross-chain lending protocol. Cross-chain approach, yada, yada, yada. The only real thing to do in this instance... Oh, was this paid? They haven't got any decent venture capitalists. Spark maybe, but they don't have any decent venture capitalists. No, it looks shit. I mean, when I say shit, I mean it's like it doesn't look unique, and it's not something that stands out to me, put it that way. Metis, green icon. But thank you very much for the contribution, Crypto Cult. I really appreciate it. Metis. No market cap data. $94,000 trading volume. It's pretty low. How long has it been out? Another one that's been out a month. Roughly the same day. Okay. Available on Gate only. So pretty poor liquidity. That's probably why the reason for its poor liquidity then. Create and capitalize DeFi, NFTs or dApps, low gas fees, fast transaction, native storage, high security. Ethereum layer 1 limitations. Metis is solving Ethereum's 6 biggest challenges: simplicity, speed, storage, scalability, security, savings. Transaction cost low. So it's a layer 2 solution, is what it is, ultimately. A layer 2 solution for Metis. Sorry, for Ethereum. So it's trying to be a little bit like Matic. Metis' own optimistic roll up. So they've got an optimism. Interesting. Actually, that's pretty good. So Matic offers plasma. What's the other one? So there's yeah, okay. So anyway, so Plasma offers that. Oh yeah, that's it. Sorry. So Polygon offers Plasma sidechains. ZK Swap, Loopring, etc. offers ZK rollups, another scaling solution. Right? So they're both scalability solutions for Ethereum. Metis looks like it is optimism. Right, and optimism is arguably as good or better than Plasma, which is Matic. So let me just have a quick look on the Whale app. I want to see who is invested in Metis, because that sounds like it could be okay. Let me have a look. No. Oh, okay. Probably not as hot as I was hoping. So they have got OKX, which is an exchange, Hotbit exchange, Gate exchange, Consensus Lab and GenBlock, which are kind of low tiers, and ones I don't really recognize. It's surprising. It's surprising. I would have thought there would be more interest in this from some of the more popular venture capitalists, given how popular scaling is and given how popular optimism is. There are very few proponents of optimism. You know, there's Habitat, there's TrueBit, and that's about it. How's TrueBit doing, by the way? So yeah, no, I quite like Metis. Oh, TrueBit's doing okay today. I quite like it, JMad. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Martin Misagi, thank you very much. $49. Good lad. Make you a deal, Suppo. Give us your top 5 coin for this bull run, and in return, I give you 10%. By the end of 21, I will invest 1 BTC on each coin. Well, I honestly do think that. I do honestly think that Marlin's very, very good. But you know, thing is with cryptocurrency is that this is approaching on or about the best time to get in the run up to the top of the bull market. In which case, the best one may not have even come out yet. You know, like Ethos came out in July 2017, did a 330x by January 2018. So 6 months, 300x. You know, so it may not even be the best one at the moment is out. So, yeah. But thank you very much. And of course, when I identify the best, you will know about it. But I really, at the moment, think Stratos, Fiora, and Divergence are the powerhouses for this, the midsummer. Your coin finding must have gotten better. What are the best low cap candidates now? Thank you very much, Crypto Gazebo. Well, I maintain very similar to what I have already been saying at this present time. You know, I like to have a mixture of different genres. Okay, so I don't want all, you know, kind of launch pads, for instance. I use launch pads to get into the potential ethoses of 2017. But I really like Convergence because it is covering the kind of derivatives area and securities. I like EOS because it is, you know, kind of the cheapest Matic, and the cheapest Theta, and there are no other Theta competitors out there. So EOS, Stratos, they're about the same in terms of excitement. I like Stratos architecture, and I like EOS marketing and their product already. They're further along. So yeah, very good. I like that for, you know, content delivery and media. Blank Wallet, I really like as an individual transaction and micro-transaction wallet for hiding your transactions. Okay, I think one of the funniest things in cryptocurrencies is how everybody thinks Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrencies are related to illegal activity. It's just the biggest myth ever, and it's the biggest load of bullshit. Okay, fine, Monero maybe, right? But you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all transactions are on a public ledger. Like if you are looking to get away with money laundering or illegal activity, you cannot with cryptocurrencies other than privacy coins. So stupid. But people are going to want to keep their transactions secret. You know, maybe somebody who has a lot of Ethereum and maybe pays for things they don't want their wife knowing about, like, I don't know, Viagra or escort services, and they don't want their wife finding out about it, they may want to hide the transactions with blank wallet. Now, one day there is going to be a point. There is going to be a point. I don't know when, probably in the next 6-7 years. There is going to be a point where you're going to be able to pay for things with Ether and Satoshis, right? Or Bitcoin and Ethereum, with maybe with ADA, with Utrust. There's going to be a point that you're going to be able to do this, right? And blank wallet is going to be absolutely perfect for that time. Like the use case of it is relevant now, but will be more relevant later. So yeah, so I maintain this refinable for NFTs. So if you look at my altcoin dip buys, which I don't know if it's not even public. Like Coin Market Cap does this, but this is where you find out like the range of ones that I think are very, very good. But it's interchangeable. It can change at any point. Hey, Steve, what do you think of MNST multi-IDO launch market cap? Well, without looking at it, which I haven't yet, MNST, I can probably hazard a guess it's going to be crap. What do you think about GDT? I like it. I love it. I haven't really kept up with it, if I'm honest with you. Hi, Suppo Pop Quiz. You have 750k Conf, 25k BSC pad, 50k Tron pad, 5 ETH, 100k Cross Wallet. Are you a millionaire before end of this year or quarter 1 2022? Okay, bear with me. Let's say convergence goes to $1. Three-quarters of a millionaire there. BSC pad goes to $20. Half a millionaire there. Tron pad times probably 250, 125,000 there. 5 ETH. That'll probably be the worst. 62,000. And then Cross Wallet. I don't even know. But you've already got it there. You've already kind of got like 2 million. So yeah, you should be. You should be. You know, if all goes to plan. But at the end of the day, it's the teams that have the opportunity. Like I am a person that gives teams I talk about convergence. I talk about Saito. I give them a platform in essence. But it's up to them to deliver and implement and create excitement and create value. Like, it's up to them to do it. But the bull season is the best season. Like, it basically will make it pump no matter what the fuck, like, you're in. Whatever you're in, it's going to go up. But the hotter it is, the more it will go up. And the lower it is in market cap, the greater the potential for multipliers. Bull Perks is VC Launchpad. First VC deal, $500 allocation for one. Next project CoinWeb, similar to Stratos. But it's a oh right, CoinWeb. I doubt it. Like, remember, Stratos has got like Fenbushi and like Pantera interest. Like, don't compare anything to Stratos. But thank you very much for the 100 rupees, I think it is. Has 22 million roughly, and his market cap and price of 3 cents. So market cap probably 700. Oh, then in that case, it could probably easily. It really could very easily 60x at least from that. If that is the market, if that's the true market cap, and again, I don't know about the dilution, the addition of tokens over time, but yeah, I would say that definitely has 60x potential. Thoughts on Beyond Finance? I like Beyond Finance. I don't like them at the same time. I'm not bullish on them at the moment, if I'm honest with you. So Minced, I think I've looked at Minced already. What is it? Moonstar. I think I looked at this, and to be frank, I don't really like any of these new launch pads. I think there's just no point. as far as I'm concerned, just leave it to the experts. That's what I say. Have you heard anything about Modify? Very low. Yeah, I mean Modify is Oracle, isn't it? And it's okay. It's pretty good. Like it came out during Binance season, and that is where that. But Oracle's a very hard game. Like Oracles require adoption and network effect. Like Chainlink have got it ring fenced, a bit like how Matic have got scaling ring fenced. Like as a small cap, it's very, very difficult. You're really only investing because of speculation. People are going to invest in it in Oracle season. But does that mean it's got you? Does that mean it's going to get build network effect? Probably not, unless it has something really, really special about it, like for instance, API 3. I did get your super chat, Mark. I don't think I've heard you speak on Luxo, one of the most promising projects. Your thoughts? I think the reason I've never really spoken about Luxo is because certainly at the last time I looked at it, it's too high in market cap. 90 million. It's an NFT. It's not interested in it. Like Refinable has way better potential. Adar Hafith. I took your trading course. Thank you very much. SLP and Gala for daily trading, better alternatives to Pionex, safe alternative. Don't know any of those. Haven't got a clue what you're talking about. What is SLP, for instance? Small Love Potion, yeah, probably tradable at NFT season, not now. Gala Games, I think that may be. Again, NFTs. I don't know about Pionex. Never heard of it. Oh, that's an exchange. How much volume does it have? Okay, 1.1 billion. That's not terrible. That's pretty good, but I don't know it, so I couldn't tell you. Okay, yeah. I think that is it for today's episode because I don't want to make it too long. Thoughts on Play Hero Coin? Have a quick look at that. Hero, we could be heroes, me and you. Looks shit. Looks awful. Looks absolutely god awful. You know, if I was Simon Cowell, this is basically somebody who comes into the audition room to sing for me and they are mute. They can't sing. They've got no voice. That's what this is to me. Looks utter shit. Just to say from my own personal perspective. And it's iGaming. I hate coins like that. And they've got no venture capitalists either, so it looks shit. It looks totally shit. And they've got virtually no volume. I've spent more than that today. No one cares for it. If you could only choose between one of these two of these coins, which ones would they be? Convergence, a refinable. That's tough. Come on. So basically, Convergence, Refinable, Stratos, Globe, Saito, Aeos. Come on, man. That's impossible. That's like having 6 children and being asked to say who your favourite 2 are. You just can't do that, can you? If I had a gun to my head and I really had to say, then I would probably say, as far as the journey is concerned, you know, how far can they go based on where they are at the moment? Oh. That's just not fair. They're almost all equal. I would say that my personal favourites, probably Refinable and Stratos. If I had to say, Refinable are going to be top notch in marketing. Stratos are just a very exciting product. Convergence is a game changer. I don't think I need to say it any more than I already have. So what a hard question. Thank you very much for asking it, though. I really appreciate being challenged. Severns, thanks for the great content. Do you think Elrond can be in the future as good as Solana? No, I don't think so. I think that what makes Solana a powerhouse is its algorithm, its proof of time algorithm. Like, that is why I liked it in the first place, why I picked it up at $1, because it's the proof of time algorithm that makes it way more efficient, way more fair, way faster than Ethereum and any others of the high transaction blockchains. I would say that really the one that is still very undervalued at the moment, that still hasn't found its real true value, is Hedera Hashgraph. Like, that is nowhere compared to where it should be. Like, Hedera Hashgraph should be $3 now. It should not be 18 cents or whatever. That's just stupid. I think it's idiotic. But that's life. The value will find it eventually, I think. Snowed, don't even know what that is. Right, people, but thank you very much for the €5. Swaps ID on BSC, I did say already. I think that it looks pretty good. Right, people, thank you very much for being here with me, the Suppoman, and I look forward to the next time I can be with you. So, until then, the body of coins, amen, and the blood of the weak hands, amen. Glug, 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 glug. Hashtag blessed. We have been blessed, have we not? Like, come on. I've pretty much called it so far accurate. Oh, God, look, there's a hole right there. What the hell? Been overwearing this jumper. But anyway, bang on accurate. I hope I continue to be absolutely frank. But anyway, yeah, we have been very truly blessed. We've had some great buy days. We've taken advantage of them. The prices are going up. And now it's just purely a case of just recovery, going up the steps and making our way towards a 6-figure Bitcoin this year. Yeah, there we are. There we are. So, love you all. Thank you very much for being here. You are awesome. I hope you are here next time. Smash a like on the way out if you haven't yet smashed. And I will see you next time. It is lights out, all out. Da, 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 da.